Good morning. Welcome. Welcome to Althea. Welcome to another beautiful Sunday. Welcome to fall. All right. Welcome in, land. Take a deep breath. We are here at Althea. Just a reminder, check the cell phones. We're listening for a higher calling. Make sure the cell phones are on silent. And remember, no open containers or drinks here in the sanctuary, please. We are a community founded on prayer. So today, Kristen Engelke, who you will see come up on stage, will be our prayer partner today in Darwin's Den after service. I'm also your MC today. I'm Luis Parente Rios, and I am serving as your board president. I'm serving as your MC today. So here are a few announcements, and then we'll start with our ceremonies. If you are ready to join today as a member of Althea, we have some membership applications with Katie and I at the round table in the back, the Welcome Center. We have some beautiful flowers donated by Bouquets on 11th and Bannock. You are all welcome to donate flowers for next Sunday as well. Just see Kristen for that today. All right, we are here at Althea. If you are new, Althea is a spiritual, non-denominational center created over 100 years ago by 4 powerful women on the land of the Cheyenne, the Arapaho, and the Ute people, and we are grounded in the practice of New Thought, ageless wisdom tradition. We're here to support all races, all faiths, all gender orientations, all cultures, and we are rooted in the spiritual practices of prayer, meditation, contemplation, and community. And we support every sentient being in furthering their journey on the spiritual path toward awakening the spirit of oneness in all. So if you're new here today, please bravely raise a hand so we can acknowledge you and welcome you. Yay, welcome Michelle, welcome, welcome. Thank you for taking the leap of faith and joining us today. We have a little flower, and come by the welcome table afterwards. We'll have another little gift, and be sure to join afterwards in the dining hall for some coffee and some treats. All right, so we'll start off, as I said, with prayer. Kristen Engelke will provide us with a grounding opening prayer.
Good morning, Althea. Join me by noticing the chair where you sit and how it fully supports you without you even asking or giving it direction. And imagine for a moment that that is how spirit shows up in your life, completely supporting you, regardless of your even being aware. If it's comfortable, close your eyes. Imagine the beautiful light that is bright and soothing, washing over you. As I acknowledge that there is only one mind, one infinite intelligence that is at the back of all things. This one mind is perfect. It is spirit's energy, love energy. It is whole and complete. And you are a divine emanation of this one mind. You too are whole, perfect, and complete. Despite any outward conditions that you may see or feel or be aware of in your life, you are in communion with that ever-present, ever-powerful one light. And here at Althea, we honor each and every person who's watching us online, who walks through the beautiful doors of our lovely center, who steps into that space to acknowledge that they are part of the whole, part of the one, completely supported by Mother Earth, Father Sky, and the community that we have built here. Let that light steep into your bones. Let that light become the bright shine that emanates from every cell in your body. Let that light guide you on your path encourage you to show up as your full and authentic self. Encourage you to set down your burdens, let them go, and let Spirit take the reins. It is in this peace that we bring into our service this morning, and in this peace that we bring into our week as we begin it today. Knowing and affirming that this is the truth for each of us. I let these words go out into that infinite law, where everything first begins as a thought before it outpictures into our reality. I know this, I affirm this, I let this go with great thanks, and so it is. If you'll please stand, if you're able or if it's comfortable, and recite the Althea's statement of being. God is all, both invisible and visible. One presence, one mind, one power is all. This one that is all is perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. We are individualized expressions of God, and we are ever one with this perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. You can remain standing as Abby and Trent do Face of God for us.
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of love. I hold you in my heart. Family. You are the face of God.
Hi, everybody. This first reading is from Ernest Holmes. Even though we may be lost in the wilderness, we should not forget that every power which created the wilderness is the power that builds the path for us to return to the Holy Land. And the second reading is from Nona Brooks. Let us be patient if there is a reason when we seem to lack the power of perfect demonstration in all ways. We are still growing, but complete education along spiritual lines comes slowly. When we arrive, we shall live in a spiritual order of life here and now. We will use the natural order for greater accomplishments rather than be used by laws over which we seem to have no control. We will have come to the place where we know that there is nothing to fear. Then shall peace come upon the earth, for the true way of life will be a place where we know that there is nothing to fear, known and proven right here. Thanks.
You're feeling nervous, aren't you, boy? With your quiet voice and impeccable style. Don't ever let them steal your joy and your gentle ways from keep them from running wild. They can kick dirt in your face, dress you down, and tell you that your place is in the middle, 'cause they hate the way you shine. I see you tugging on your shirt, trying to hide inside of it and hide how much it hurts. Let 'em laugh while kick dirt in your face, to call you weak, and then displace you after carrying your baby in the back across the desert. I saw your eyes behind your hair, and you're looking tired, but you don't look scared. Let 'em laugh while they can. Let 'em spin, let 'em scatter in the wind. I have been to the movies, I have seen how it ends, and the jokes are Let 'em laugh while they can. Let 'em spin, let 'em scatter I have been to the movies, I have seen how it ends, and the jokes
Let's give one more round of applause for Abby and Trent. Thank you. If you can believe it, she said that she was sick earlier this week, so that's what we're here for. Miraculous healing. That's what we're here for. Beautiful, Abby. Thank you. Beautiful, Trent. All right. Next up is my pleasure to introduce you, Michelle. And I forgot my phone. Hold on. Okay. Michelle comes to us as a spiritual leader, nonprofit executive, and teacher devoted to helping individuals and organizations awaken to their divine potential. For over 2 decades, she has walked the path of sacred service, guiding communities, nonprofits, and spiritual centers toward healing, alignment, and purpose. She has been an executive director for Centers of Spiritual Living in the International Office, and past CEO of OHRA and several Boys and Girls Club. So she comes to us with a unique blend of organizational insight and spiritual wisdom to her work. Please give a warm Althea welcome to our guest speaker today, Michelle Arellano.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me okay? No? Louder? How's this? Am I on yet? How about now? Okay. How's this? Ooh, much better, huh? Woo, woo, we got sound. Thank you, thank you. I unplugged it, that was all me. Okay, I am very grateful to be with you. So good morning to those online, good morning to everyone here. This is my first time. I've heard wonderful things about this center, and it is absolutely beautiful. I feel blessed to be here. It is very special. You don't get to experience this very much in spiritual centers like you can here. You can feel the richness and the history and the love that's gone before us. So I am grateful to be here. I am an ordained minister with Centers for Spiritual Living, and I just moved to Colorado 2 months ago. So I'm a newbie. I have family here. I'm in Colorado Springs, and my passions are nonprofit and ministry work. And so grateful to be here. Another passion of mine is the fall, autumn, and that weaves into my talk title. So, embracing life in all its seasons. I mean, isn't it magnificent out there right now? Like driving here and the color changes and the big, beautiful trees, and just how peaceful driving in today was. And you can see I'm sporting my fall colors today. I enjoy everything about fall. I enjoy the sunshine. I enjoy the cool breeze. I enjoy the leaves and the letting go. It is my all-time favorite season. I'm a hiker, and so it's my favorite time to hike because it's just perfect out there. I went on a long walk last night and just watched the color change in awe. It's like, to me, Mother Nature's showing off during the fall because it's so incredibly beautiful. And so really what I want to talk about today is the seasons. So the seasons of nature, the seasons of Mother Earth and her ways, and the seasons inside of each of us. And what that means for us. You know, and what I love about the teaching here, New Thought teaching is New Thought teaching. It's the same, but each facet is a little bit different. And what I really see here is the oneness. And I love that. We are one with nature. So nature is not outside of us, nature is inside of us. And we are connected. And I think that's what I love so much about hiking, is connecting with Mother Nature and the seasons and embracing each of the seasons. And so for me, what has been challenging is the winter season. I'm a little nervous coming to Colorado because this is more winter than I'm used to. So I grew up in California and moved here from Southern Oregon. And so I got a little more winter and seasons in Southern Oregon, and I'll get much more here. And fall is absolutely magical here in Colorado. And so the winter season is a time to go inward and a time to reflect. And then we move into the spring. And the spring is the time of rebirth. And it's a magical time of year. The flowers are starting to come up, the wildflowers, the sun's coming back out. It's this time of coming back into openings. And then we move into the summer. And the summer is all about harvesting and abundance and activity and embracing the joy. And then we move into fall again, and that's the letting go season and the surrender. You know, I've been feeling this coming here has been a great surrender for me because it's been a big move, and I did it by myself. I have family here, which is a blessing. But this surrender to this whole new area and this letting go of being in Oregon and this embracing of my new life here and watching the leaves and seeing them turn is such a beautiful example of that letting go and then falling. You know, the breeze comes by and all the leaves swirl around and fall to the ground. And it is an example, but it is also a teacher for us to allow that letting go in our lives and to allow ourselves to surrender to what is that brings us back to this present moment. Right now, we're living in times that are incredibly challenging daily. The injustices that are happening right now, and the divide, and the anger, and the hurt. And it is not easy when you stay plugged into the news and everything that's going on in the world to stay plugged into ourselves. It can feel very overwhelming for so many of us. I think for all of us in some way, shape, or form. And so moving in the seasons of our lives and allowing ourselves to go inward, because when we allow ourselves to go inward, we can be that love and we can be that consciousness that the world is calling for right now. And seasons are such a beautiful way of that change and moving through the different places to be able to let go and become present. And so a quote that I have is, "The changing seasons are a beautiful reminder that change is a natural part of life." And that word change is a word that sounds simple, but change is hard for us, especially being in this, we're spiritual beings in this human body. And our culture and a lot, I think our DNA, we're programmed where we seek comfort and we seek to make sure that we're okay. And change sometimes pushes those edges. Change brings us out to a place that maybe isn't that comfortable. I know it isn't for me. Maybe some of you can relate with me. I love change, but the rocky parts of it, because change requires a letting go and an embracing. And then there's sometimes the messy middle part of transformation that happens in that space. But I believe that we are spiritual beings, and so there's an evolutionary process of us being in this life. And we are called to follow our soul's journey. And in that is allowing the change and even embracing it at times. And that's my goal. I don't always do it, but I'm getting better. And nature is such a beautiful example of that. So, a quote from Charles Dickens: "Nature gives to every time and season unique beauty. It's just a succession of change so soft and comfortable that we hardly notice the progress." And sometimes it feels maybe not so smooth, but I feel it's so subtle that, like, sometimes when fall comes, I'm always surprised that fall's here already. And then when winter comes, I'm like, wow, how did that happen so fast? There was a gradualness that was happening that I wasn't even noticing until it got really cold and had to put my boots on and my scarves. So, but to be able to allow that within ourselves. And nature does it so beautifully. Like, each season and cycle is right and perfect for the next one. And allowing that shedding of the old and embracing the new and rebirthing it. And then we continue on the process of shedding it. And winter is a good time to shed as well, or to be in the place as we let go and fall, is to allow ourselves to get quiet and to listen internally and what wants to come through, and that can spring forth in spring and then come into manifestation in summer. And again, just weaving through all the seasons. And there can be seasons internally that maybe aren't aligning to what's happening in nature. And that just gives us time to reflect, to see what season we're in our lives right now. And allowing ourselves, do we feel more wintry? Do we feel more autumn? Do we feel more summer? Do we feel more spring? And there's been different times in my life that I felt different seasons at different times, and there's other times that I felt aligned with the seasons. The Celtic traditions really started in paganism and was so incredibly earth-based. And then Christianity came in and adopted a lot of the practices from the pagans. Christmas, Easter. And so this celebration of seasons and the celebration of embracing both the light and the dark. And I'm learning. I'm more of a summer fall girl, so I am learning to embrace the dark and have a cozy cup of tea and a candle and a fire, and see the beauty that is there in each of them. So another one of my favorites, Ralph Waldo Emerson, and I'm going to adjust it a little because it's he, but he, she, they cannot be happy and strong until they too live lives with nature in the present, above time. So as we just inhale and feel that, like everything is called to be present. Everything that we do, we're called to be present, which is, again, much easier said than done, is to be fully here, together, right now. So back to the change and the change of seasons. I wanted to give a little bit of an example of my life and people that are in my life, and I think a lot of you can relate to this. And living in these challenging times is that we're called, I too believe, to be a presence of love. And we're seeing a lot that does not look like that when we look at the media. And yet I'm seeing a lot of that in people that are close to me in my life, and a lot of work that's being done in the world that's standing up for love and kindness and equality and justice. I have a women's group, a group of friends already in Colorado since I've been here, and my family, and to see the adversity that they're going through and major health challenges and loss and incredible change that shakes your life at the core. And they keep showing up in this fierce love and this fierce compassion and keep walking the path. And seeing that in my friends and seeing the beauty that they bring beyond all circumstances to be that place of love. And then seeing that in my family and some incredible loss and hardship to the place where you get knocked down and it's really hard to get back up. And to see them get back up. And so many people are doing that right now. So many people are doing that right now because I believe we are all going through something at some level. And to continue to show up in love is fierce. To continue to come into places like this and take responsibility for ourselves and our lives and our spiritual wholeness is powerful. It's fierce. And I believe what's going to change the world is love. And we're called in our consciousness, the most powerful thing I believe we can do right now is to be a force for love and to continue to raise our consciousness in the midst of everything that's going on. In the midst of all of it is to continue to show up. And it's not an easy calling. It is not an easy calling right now. There are mornings that I just want to put the covers back over my head and say, not today. And yet, our souls came in at this time. We chose to be here at this time. We chose to be here at this time. And to be a force for love, I believe. And so nature can really give us the grace so much to remember, to reconnect to the beauty and the wholeness that is here. To reconnect to all the love and to see the bright spots and to see the beauty that is here and allow ourselves to be in that space, and also let what's happening right now in the world come in bite-sized doses for me, to be real with what's going on, but also to be looking in my corner of the world and how I can show up to do whatever I can to make it a little bit brighter. Because it can feel overwhelming in what to do right now. But if I can make my little corner a little bit brighter, and if I can continue to polish up the insides of me, I feel like I'm doing my part. Some days better than others. And so to bring it back to that simplicity of who we are and what we're called to do. A part of, I think, that is our soul's calling. And for us to be able to get quiet enough to hear what our souls want to say. And when we hear it, to allow ourselves to act on it. And to be able to listen and follow that, because it is unique for every single one of us and how we show up today. It could be a smile, it could be helping at the soup kitchen, it could be singing with an amazing artist here and bringing joy and love. It could be all the phenomenal volunteers that just set the stage for us to walk in this morning. It could be taking care of yourself. It could be whatever that is for you. And one of my all-time favorites is Howard Thurman. Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive, and go do it. Because what the world needs is people who come alive. What the world needs is people who come alive. That's our task. That's it. That's the ticket. And sometimes it doesn't look how I think it's going to look. And then I look back, I had this aha moment yesterday. I've been in this deep spiritual group that we meet once a month, and we do this mastermind, and we are all about internally, externally showing up in love. And we have a project that we work on. And so I'm on the call yesterday, and I'm thinking, I didn't even make any progress. Like, everybody's completing, and I don't know, left from right now with all my moving. And then I listened as Reverend Elijah, our instructor, took us through the whole year. We had avatars and archetypes. And I had the alchemist and Mother Nature and Kuan Yin and Kali, and I had a really great group of people this year with me. And when I really sat with what he was saying, my project was about being the love that I wish to see in this world. And that's not an easy task right now. And I've thought in my head that I would be doing some big shiny thing in the world to help. And what ended up happening is so much change came into my life, and so much inner reflections, and so much needing to slow down because I've been off this year, that love and that project was all internal. It was breaking down the barriers that I had against it, and it was waking me up to be grateful for all the beauty that I see, and to be grateful just to wake up in the morning and be who I am in this one precious life that we all have. It was this huge aha for me, and I didn't even know I made any progress. So 10 months down the road from that intention and that soul purpose to yesterday, I didn't see it until yesterday. And it almost got to the point where I didn't want to go to the class because I'm like, I don't know if this is working. And it was more than working on me. It was working through me. And it was about my soul and my consciousness showing up. I felt humbled and awestruck all at the same time. And so that's the soul's purpose, you know, and of course I'm still working on it. And to trust, you know, and that's a thing that nature shows us too, like the seasons just flowing in and out of each other, is to trust it. And even when the road gets bumpy sometimes, is to trust that it's taking us somewhere greater. You know, not that we don't want to not feel the feelings, but we don't got to stay stuck in them. Like we can keep trusting to move. And right now, that's what the world needs. You know, like Gandhi, I mean, I've been dancing with the saying the whole time, but be the change you wish to see. And that's been a part of my life purpose. And that is what the world is looking for, because it's the groups of consciousness and the gatherings like we're doing here and the raising of vibration that's going to be the tipping point that's going to bring us back to love. And as that continues to happen in pockets throughout the US, throughout the world, the energy, the consciousness starts to tip. So I just want to say thank you. I feel incredibly grateful to be with you today. I feel like this one precious life was a true gift, and that I get to be up here talking about seasons, which is one of my favorite things, my whole fall and autumn outfit, and go out and be the change, whatever that is for you. It's a smile, or if it's a bubble bath for yourself, or whatever that is, it makes the difference. And I have an affirmation for us. I embrace the changing seasons of my life. In every cycle, I am held, guided, and transformed by divine grace. Would you all mind saying that with me? All right, here we go. I embrace the changing seasons of my life. In every cycle, I am held, guided, and transformed by divine grace. Divine grace. Yes, 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 yes. And my final little favorite, Ralph Waldo Emerson, adapt the secrets of nature. Her secret is patience. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate each of you. And namaste.
Have you ever felt it all go away? If you never stop running, you won't fall behind so quick. And you wonder in your heart if you're still not who you are. Who are you? Nothing says it seems till it all falls apart. If you have a dream, go chase it. You feel a hole, don't waste it. You find love.
we have been gifted today with Michelle's heart, Abby and Trent's talents. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So this is the moment where we practice the law of circulation, where we give thanks for the gifts we have received, and we acknowledge that we are the ones that keep the light on, right? We're the ones that open the doors, and we're the ones that make sure the center is cleaned and make sure that it's ready for you every Sunday, okay? So our ushers will come around after we bless. So hold what your gift or what you can give today in your hands or in your heart, and affirm with me together. Let us affirm together. The universe provides all that I need and all that I give. With great joy, I share my prosperity, planting seeds for a world I am helping manifest, and so it is. Amen. The ushers will come around. We also can give on the website. There's a QR code here, and at the back welcome table, I have a little Clover device that you can scan your credit card if that would be easier for you as well. So there are many ways to give. Remember, you can also give with your time and your talent. Connect with Kristen, who is coming around with the basket, if you would like to volunteer, either here on stage or in the kitchen, a little behind the scenes. So we are going to close our service today with our community song and a quick little announcement. So as a reminder, we all gather immediately after the service for social time in the dining hall. Reverend Christina is hosting a workshop soon called Change the Kundalini. Change in Challenging Times is the Reverend Christina's workshop. And we have a Kundalini and spine healing event on Wednesday night. We have a gong bath on the fourth Sunday. And we have a Corinthia Solar Center is hosting an event on the 28th as well. So we have a lot coming up. It's all on the website. It's on your program as well. So, all right, community song, and then we'll close it with a prayer.
Please stand if you're able. We're going to do Rooted. We do Rooted every time I'm here. So if you know it, please stand. If you don't, just come along and just listen and feel the words. It's truly beautiful. Plant your feet upon the earth. Know your value, know your worth. Take a breath that's long and deep. You're carried by the ground beneath. Feel the sunshine on your skin. A lotus flower blossoming. Your journey is your offering. You are here for a reason. Send your roots down through the dirt, anchoring you through the hurt. With every breath, lengthen your spine, reaching steady toward the light. Feel the sunshine on your skin. Turn up the wiser voice within. Your story is your offering. You are here for a reason. Hey.
Beautiful. Oh, so beautiful. All right, let's just take a deep breath in and let it go. And knowing that it is all good, that it is all the divine, it's spirit, it's the beauty of nature, it's the universal connectedness that we are one with. We are a part of. We have the cosmos and the stardust inside of us. And so let's know this in our hearts and our soul and take this out into the world. That it is good, that it is now, and that spirit is all encompassing, all love, all light, all oneness, all grace, and we are one with that. We are the infinite and the cosmos in action. So we move out into the day and we take our beautiful lights and we shine them bright, knowing that it is good, that it is divine, and that it is right now. Together we say, and so it is, and so it is. Amen. Woohoo!